music, don't it?
Yeah, gotta get it out the mud, that's the only way to win. Who am I to point the finger like I never ever seen? Been through the ups and downs like the letter N. They don't let you through the door, better kick that again. Cause that's the only way to win. That's the only way to go. Gotta get it out the mud, gotta get it out the flow. Cause that's the only way to go, let's go.
Shooting lights out. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Shooting Lights Out Season 4 begins today. That's the NBA season tips off tomorrow, which is going to be very interesting and fun. Thank y'all for tuning in on today. If you are listening on the Real Rise Radio, thank you for listening to us, allowing us to come in on this lovely Monday.
Why is that Leffy? What's up?
Shout out to the Big Bro Rise. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, thank you for watching on the YouTube channel here. If you're watching on my personal LinkedIn page, thank you for watching on that platform as well. Welcome to Shooting Lights Out, your deep shot into hoops culture, the playmaker down there sounding this here. I can't believe I made it through season 4 of this show, as it was usually called Hoops Talk, and then I switched it to Shooting Lights Out, which is I think give it a better feel for it. And my co-host, Cole Johnson, is here for his second full season of Shooting Lights Out. How you doing, sir?
I am doing fine. I cannot complain right now. Everything is good. Everything is wonderful. I can't believe that we are on the precipice of season number. Let me see. Wow. Is this season number 80 of the NBA? Jeez. Wow.
Yeah.
Time flies by.
Before we continue, how did you feel about your first full season as part of Shooting Lights Out?
I didn't know I was going to be received, not by you, but the SLO fam. I didn't know I was going to be received the way I was, and the freshman season of Shooting Lights Out and actually doing NBA / WNBA / NCAA basketball coverage and just do that only. It stretched me out in the way that I didn't think I had. You know, I spoke NBA stuff, but I never concentrated on basketball stuff until this past year, and it felt good to do that. It felt as though I flexed a muscle that I didn't know I had. So thank you for inviting me to do this, and thank you for giving me the confidence to say, yeah, you know your way around basketball, so you have something to lend. So I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Just, I think your contribution would be very helpful and amusing to the fans.
Oh,
because you do provide the comedy of the show.
Well, yeah, I mean, it helps to have the substantive stuff, and then it helps to have the frivolity. You got to have it both. Edutainment, that's what we're in here for. We educate and entertain at the same time.
Yeah. What y'all can look forward to season 4 is some more, and I'm being intentional about this. I told Cole this. I'm gonna be a little more intentional getting back to flagrant files and heat checks, because I think those will actually help provide insight on how we actually view some things, not just the overall, but how we particularly look at some stuff. So I thought you might be getting a flagrant file in a couple of weeks. I don't know yet. I'm thinking about it. Something I saw on the internet from the Associated Press might deserve a flagrant file in the coming weeks, but I don't know yet. I'm gonna wait on it.
You already have something bad to say to the NBA already?
I say Associated Press. I ain't say NBA.
Oh, AP. Okay. Well, I was about to say NBA ain't tipped off yet. That's tomorrow night.
Oh, I know. I know. Trust me, I know. And the crazy part about it is, whenever this guy have a freaking file, I was, ooh, Lord.
What? Look, I am fair. I am honest. I am unbiased, and I am also calm.
Well, the way that you go after coaches on a different show, I don't know. Let
Oh,
me just throw that out
the way I go after coaches. Oh, you may have a point there.
there. Let me just throw that out there.
You may have a point there.
So I'm just saying.
You're right. I do have a no mercy feel to how I go after coaches. You're correct, sir.
I'm like, this man going in. And that clip got played on another show this morning. Just let you know. And I told you it was gonna make it to that show. I told you.
Hmm. Well, since it made it to that show, how did it make you feel seeing it the second time around?
I ain't say nothing about that whole entire time. I ain't say a word.
Oh my! How was it received by the other talent?
How you think? I don't even know why you asked that question.
Oh my!
I don't even know why you asked that question. How you think they was received?
I needed that. Oh my gosh, I needed that. That was hilarious. Oh my!
Man, things that you come up with, I just be like, you know what? I don't even. Ain't even no point in me saying anything. They really ain't.
And I thought I was censoring myself. I thought it was PG.
PG.
Yes.
How is PG when people know what you're talking about?
I mean, I didn't use any curse words. I didn't use any SEC ban words that you can't use.
No, you didn't. But you have an interesting way of making points.
I have it. Thank you, sir. I have an interesting way of making points. I love that. I love
And
that.
speaking of which, as we closing in on the 10-minute mark of the show, we gotta do what we normally do, and that's actually I think you're the one gonna be leading this sim, so I think I'll let you.
All right. Well, well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go know how to. Oh no, that's not the right show. No, it's not. No, it's time for us to go around to hardwood. Oh yeah, yeah. Now that's
You didn't know I made it. I changed the graphic up.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I forgot to mention that part.
You forgot. You didn't forget to mention Nathan. You put that as a surprise. I got to give you dap on this. I'll say this on air. This is the best graphic you've ever created. That is nice.
I was like, you know what? I didn't change this up.
I likes that, man. That is nice. Well,
Yeah.
what also could be considered nice is the next city to host the next WNBA All-Star game. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, Nafisa Collier and Kathy Engelbert. Oh, kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Oh, Lord. Oh, my bad.
There ain't no damn Kumbaya. That's from the freaking All-Star week.
The 2026 WNBA All-Star Game will be played in the United Center in Chicago. The date is Saturday, July 25th. Now, the league announced on Thursday that it will be the second time the Windy City will host the game. The last time it hosted there was 3 years back, but it was held in Wintrust Arena, so it's being held in a bigger space. Can you say Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Paige Becker's influence? I knew you could. I'm sorry.
Does it get though?
That's a good point there too. The Sky have also played some regular season games for United Center, including this past season. Now, the United Center is host to the Bulls and the Blackhawks. Of course, where the Sky play, they play at Wintrust Arena. That seats 10,380. You could pretty much say the United Center hosts twice as many, roughly 20.9 or 20,900. However, Wintrust will still be involved in All-Star festivities as the site for the three-point contest and skills challenge, which that is set for the day before, July 24th. WNBA Live, the league's interactive fan festival, will be held at Chicago's McCormick Place during All-Star Weekend as well. The embattled, troubled, and how can I put this? A Suge Knight worthy commissioner of the WNBA, Kathy Engelbert, she said in a statement, quote, "The WNBA is thrilled to bring AT&T WNBA All-Star back to Chicago, which will undoubtedly deliver unforgettable competition and community outreach. Together with the Chicago Sky, we look forward to celebrating the game's brightest stars, engaging WNBA fans around the world, and showcasing the energy of one of basketball's most iconic cities." Close quote. Your thoughts on Chicago hosting the WNBA All-Star Game for the second time in 4 years?
Okay, so in 4 years, so we talking what, 2021?
Well, it was hosted 2022.
2022?
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, y'all are adding some more teams, you know.
That too.
So, you know, what about a Golden State? What about Portland or Toronto? Matter of fact, when the last time All-Star Game came to New York?
Am I talking to Playmaker or am I talking to Wise?
Just throwing the question out there, but first and foremost, are we even gonna have an All-Star in 2026?
Forget All-Star. Are we going to even have a season in 2026? That's why, ladies and gentlemen, when you heard me sing Kumbaya earlier in this particular story, for those who are watching, those who are listening on Real Rights Radio, there's a video of this past WNBA All-Star weekend where at the end of the game, Nafisa Collier was was awarded the MVP of the game, and she is taking a photo op right alongside the WNBA commissioner Kathy Engelbert, and both are all smiles.
That was then.
Yeah, fast forward 2.5 months later, you'll be lucky if you get them in, I don't know, the same state.
You'll be lucky if you can get them on a phone call. Let's talk about same state.
It's brutal. But yes, will we even get a WNBA season for 2026? Because the way I'm seeing things, I'll leave it there. Because I think we might be talking about this. Now, the Sky CEO and President Adam Fox said about the WNBA All-Star Game returning to Second City, quote, "The Chicago Sky are thrilled to welcome the 2026 WNBA All-Star Game back to Chicago. We can't wait to build on the success of the previous All-Star Game and celebrate the explosive growth of the league by showcasing the WNBA's biggest stars on a world-class stage." Close quote. It'll be the second consecutive Midwestern All-Star Game because Indiana, or Indianapolis, hosted the event for the first time this past summer. Well, fortunately, the WNBA would wish to have a concern about this because this is now 9 months from now. We might not have a season knowing them. But from the WNBA announcing their All-Star weekend to a media company or media companies announcing the arrival of a former head coach, the embattled former Auburn and former Tennessee head basketball coach, Bruce Pearl, he will still be a part of college basketball this upcoming season, even though coaching is not in his future. TNT and CBS Sports announced on Thursday that Pearl will be an analyst for coverage this season. Now, he will be on TNT studio team along with Jalen Rose, Jamal Mashburn, Chris Webber, and Adam Lefkoe during its first season of doing Big East and Big 12 games. Pearl will also be a game and studio analyst for CBS during the regular season. Then Pearl will move to the studio for CBS and TNT during their joint coverage of the NCAA men's basketball tournament. Your thoughts on one of the biggest personalities in college basketball being in front of the camera now?
Can we just fast forward to March Madness? Because I'm going to enjoy listening to Bruce Pearl talk about these tournament games. What it was like, was the 2016? I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Before he decided he wanted to go back in coaching, I was enjoying him talking about these games.
Yeah, he does have passion for basketball. There's no question, and college basketball at that. So yeah, there's no question about that. Now, some of his takes could leave a lot to be desired, and I'm talking about outside of basketball, but yes, he is a good ambassador for the sport. Now, it is a natural transition, of course, for Pearl, who did studio work during the years when his team suffered early exits during March Madness. And it's also a convenient 2-hour drive from Pearl's home because he stays in Auburn, Alabama, that is. And that 2-hour drive will take him to Atlanta, where Turner resides. Now, Pearl said about the interest from the networks, quote, "I don't think it took them 24 hours to reach out. I've worked with those guys before and saw how they did things. I was pleased that they called and had some interest." Close quote. Now, to reel off the 65-year-old's resume, he led Milwaukee, Tennessee, and Auburn to the NCAA tournament 22 times with a combined 694 and 270 record. He also won a Division II championship at Southern Indiana. Well, good luck to you, Mr. Pearl. Hopefully you will enjoy yourself this time around. Who knows? I'm not sure. But hey, at least you left on a high note. I mean, you came close to getting a national championship this past year with Auburn. It just wasn't in the cards. Interesting. Okay. This is really interesting.
Having fun over there?
Yeah, a lot of fun. Here we go. All right. From Bruce Pearl being announced to one getting the door. The Portland Fire have hired Alex Samaro, assistant with the Cavs for the WNBA expansion franchise, for its inaugural head coach. That's team interview. The team said this on Friday. Now, he's one of the leading authorities on an innovative training system that has become popular in European basketball, soccer, and increasingly the NBA, counting on players such as Victor Wembanyama and coaches such as Kenny Atkinson. Interesting. 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 All right. Here. Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. Now, Sarama told ESPN that having a chance to implement the principles of constraints-led approach, or CLA, with the expansion team is an ideal scenario because he and general manager Vansha Chernovic can hire people that fits within the system and don't have to unlearn the previous one. And saying further, quote, "I've had this philosophy for a while, and I think the setup of being able to do it with an expansion team is so unique. We'll have a chance to impact every department and have a completely unified approach where everyone's working in perfect harmony." Close quote. But it's going to be very hard, though, for any expansion team to replicate, come close, or even be within shouting distance of how the inaugural season for the Golden State Valkyries went. But the Fire believed that it has a chance to do so because of the unique experiences and approach of its leaders and leadership group. All right, your thoughts on the first Portland Fire GM?
So the GM that I'm good with because he was the GM of the Valkyrie, and look what they did. I think every show we did during the WNBA season, we had to talk about the Golden State Valkyrie because it was like this is not a normal expansion team.
Mm-mm. No, you don't ever have an expansion team actually have a successful run, let alone be above 500, let alone make a playoff run, let alone be in the qualify for the playoffs. And then on top of it, have a coach of the year, an executive of the year. Oh, good Lord.
Most approved.
Thank you. And a most improved player of the year awards to that franchise. Yeah, it's just, the bar is going to be set mighty high for Portland, Toronto, Detroit, and Philly,
Cleveland.
and Cleveland. So I know I was forgetting one other city, Cleveland. Yeah, the bar is going to be set high for those 5 franchises because now they're going to be saying we got to replicate what Golden State did out the gate, and that's going to be mightily difficult. Mightily difficult.
The head coach wise, I see that a lot of women have taken issue with this hiring.
And why?
I necessarily don't have an issue with it, but I do want to would like to know who they interviewed during this process before they make their choice. Because the women, they want to see women be head coaches in the WNBA.
Right.
Me personally, I just want to know, can you get the job done? Is it?
I think actually the players are feeling the same. Get the job done, that's fine. Now, is it cute? It's cute like what we saw with the Aces. They get a chance to celebrate with a woman head coach in Becky Hammond. Yeah, it's very cute.
Hey, look at what we did. We won a championship with Cindy Braudella. I mean, can you get the job done? That's all I'm care about.
It's cute. It's on brand. It's beautiful. But the thing is, the woman knows the basketball. She knows the ins and outs of all, and she learned under the foot and under the learning tree of one Greg Popovich. So if she couldn't gather any basketball knowledge from him and being alongside Tim Duncan, then something's wrong with Becky, which we know nothing ain't.
But I know there's a lot of women out there that they won't see women to be the ones that have these jobs in the women's game.
And I know they probably say, well, you don't see women head coaches in the NBA. Okay. You probably will eventually, but you don't. Cool. But I don't even think the players care about that. I think they're the same as you. Can these X's and O's you're teaching us and defensive schemes that you're bringing to us, is it going to get us to being the WNBA champions? Or are we going to be like AJ Wilson? We can just stunt out in the post game and act an absolute donkey. Yeah, cool. I don't give a crap what gender you are. Come on.
I mean, if you really want to think about it, your top 2 teams are led by women.
Yeah.
Cheryl Reeves from Minnesota and Becky Hammond in Las Vegas. I can only say top 2 because we fired Cindy Braudella. Well, we didn't fire her. We didn't renew her contract.
Chick got fired. They just did it the coward way.
However you want to put it, I don't care.
We won't renew the contract for the upcoming year. You fired the chick. And she didn't deserve it. 1 year removed from bringing you hardware,
not only bring you hardware, the first ever
professional basketball hardware that New York City has received since I was born. I mean, the last time a professional basketball team was able to say we're champs in professional basketball, I was 3 weeks old. The biggest Knicks fan that I know. Why? Is he wasn't even born yet. Yeah. And you fired that woman 1 year removed from bringing home a chip. You dummies should be ashamed of yourselves. But Moose,
Like I said, New York, you did it to yourself.
I digress. Well, staying in the WNBA, but instead of talking about teams, we'll be talking about the commissioner and the ownership group. Now, the WNBA owners, they seem to want to talk about a myriad of things, such as the collective bargaining agreement, officiating, and their stooge, Kathy Engelbert. Now, the W finals concluded last week with the crowning of the new dynasty. We'll talk about that momentarily. But the undercurrent of the series and the entire playoffs altogether was one of high stakes and tension, and it might intensify as the league undergoes one of its most challenging off seasons ever. The Women's National Basketball Association has enjoyed a tremendous growth in recent years with attendance, ratings, and investment, along with franchise valuations, all reaching new heights. But how all of that translates into lasting transformational change, that is the question, which the league, its players, and other stakeholders will be grappling with during the fall and the winter, and maybe the spring if they don't get their act together. The WNBA, the WNBA, and the WNBPA are amid negotiations for a new collective bargaining agreement, and the possibility of a work stoppage looms large. The commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, her future is in question after the Lynx star, Nafisa Collier, ripped WNBA leadership as, quote, the worst in the world, close quote, in explosive exit interview. And all eyes will be on how the league responds to major concerns over officiating after it came to a boil in the postseason. Now, one of the lasting images of the WNBA season was Engelbert getting relentlessly booed by the crowd at Phoenix's Mortgage Matchup Center during the Aces Championship Trophy presentation. A smaller group of fans continued the ruckus as she walked off the court and into a tunnel. The optics looks great, WNBA owners. Now, could that be the final time we see Engelbert serving as WNBA commissioner? No. And then the state of the collective bargaining agreement, at least the WNBA owners understands that a work stoppage won't benefit anybody. As the disagreements and turmoil within the WNBA all seem to wind their way back to the CBA negotiations. The last of it was agreed to January of 5 years ago when Engelbert had been on the job for roughly 7 months. Now, at that time, one of the current biggest sports stars in the country, that would be Caitlin Clark, she was a high school senior in Iowa at the time. No one knew how much impact she would have had on the league's financial growth at that time. Now, here we are almost 6 years later, and the league, the players' union, must sign a new collective bargaining agreement for the upcoming season to take place. Why? Because the current CBA expires next week. But that deadline is not absolute because both parties agreed to a 60-day extension ahead of the 2020 CBA, and that's expected to happen again. Meaning, ladies and gentlemen, that extends to roughly close to the new year. And then the owners weighed in on saying that the officials are just not good enough. Mercury's head coach, Nate Tibbetts, pinpointed all the things that went wrong on the court in his news conference following the game for L and the WA final sweep. But as he sat at the podium after the decisive game on Friday, he had another gripe: the officiating altogether. And at the end of the third quarter, Tibbetts was assessed with 2 quick technicals, making him the first coach in WNBA history to be ejected in the finals. 2 of his players, Kalia Copper and DeWanna Bonner, were also given techs. Now, Tibbetts said, quote, "It's weak. We're playing for our playoff lives. I didn't feel like I deserved it at all. It was bull. there have been issues with officiating all year. Close.
Oh, I agree with him. I watched game 4.
Mm-hmm.
Them tests came right back to back. Like, how you gonna give him both tests back to back? He wasn't even demonstrative or anything.
Them clowns are rabbit eared.
Like he didn't cuss him out or nothing. He was making his point. Point gonna save Phoenix, but still.
The rest made theirs too.
That's the problem. What you just said is the problem right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The officiating made their point too. Now, one of those WB owners who has not been named pointed to the WB arenas in Dallas, Connecticut, Chicago, and Atlanta as problems in officiating, saying as those courts don't have the same technology and camera angles that other markets have that are viewed as crucial and critical for calling a game correctly.
No, you did not say that. You did not say that.
A WNBA owner or executive who has not been named pointed to the WNBA arenas in Dallas, Connecticut, Chicago, and Atlanta as problems. Those courts don't have the same technology and camera angles that other markets have that are viewed as crucial and critical for calling a game correctly.
I wish there was a name attached to it. Oh, how technology got nothing to do with appreciating. What kind of quote is that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you put it on the cities.
Yes.
No, it's the people you select to ref the freaking game.
Yes. 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 So I'm actually glad you brought forth this article, sir, because the major issue that I have is definitely not with Fee, and it's really not with Engelbert. It's with the WNBA executives and owners, because I think they have one way they're viewing the sport, and the players have another way they're viewing the sport, and then both are not even close to aligning. Not even close. Not even close. It's ridiculous to me. Now, all of what I said, ESPN surveyed an array of WNBA team owners, executives, and players, and other industry sources on what all of the turmoil of the past few weeks have been, plus, of course, the impending CBA agreement and deadline, and what it all means for the league as it enters arguably into the most important time in its history. Now, what is imperative and important to note is that the WNBA has not seen a boon like this ever.
Yeah.
They can't say, this was almost like this other time that happened. There isn't a time that they can actually compare it to and say, maybe we can learn from what happened there and tweak stuff here. No. This has been the best 2 years the WNBA has ever had financially, easily, in the history of the league.
Oh, before you continue on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Let me get on my job. Wise El Jefe, a.k.a. Stuck in My Mind podcast host, a.k.a. the man who's in charge of Real Wise Radio and Real Wise Global Media, says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon to you, sir. It is good to see you as always. He says, when can I come talk about my New York Knicks? Oh, he says, question. Isn't the WNBA season over?
Why is you disrespecting my ladies, man? And you like the ladies too, so what you got going on with the ladies, man?
And for those in Real Wise Radio, Wise has put forth not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 emojis.
The ladies deserve they shine.
In the upcoming collective bargaining agreement is about to expire on Halloween.
Halloween. Oh,
So,
Halloween.
so yes, the WNBA season officially ended last week. Yes, you're correct, sir. But it doesn't mean the news ain't.
No, definitely not. We gonna be on this.
Yeah, because
We gonna be on this.
yeah, because there was a WNBA owner who actually said about this Collier, Kathy Engelbert situation. Quote: I understand what Nafisa Collier did, talking about her exit interview after the links got eliminated. That was a private conversation. It makes me not want to fire Kathy Engelbert, even though I think she should be fired. Close quote. It's on. The question is, what's it going to be? Is it going to be a strike, or is it going to be a lockout? Because I'm thinking one of those two things and one of those two scenarios is about to happen.
See, I got a quote for myself.
Okay.
Because it says here, one aforementioned owner said, quote, I believe Nafisa's comments. I think sometimes the approach of Engelbert's message hasn't always delivered well. Anytime there has been some challenges, whether it's player side or even ownership side, as far as questioning things, there can be some of that derogatory terms. Close quote.
You ain't got no balls, do you? WNBA owners, you ain't got no balls, do you? You're not gonna call Kathy Engelbert in the car and say, "Chick, you gone." That is what I find hilarious.
You know what that tells me? One owner is mad that Nafisa Collier came out and said, you know what? Since I tried it one way, I'm gonna do it my way now, and put everybody. Which is actually, I'm gonna say this again, which is the most surprising thing because it was Fee who did it.
Right?
Wasn't Asia Wilson, wasn't Neka Gumike. No, it was Fee. It was Nafisa Collier who put it out on blast. And then there's another one that says, well, she actually speaking the truth, and the way Kathy Engelbert handles some things is it comes off as says she don't give a. Y'all can fill in that blank.
No, because according to Fee, the WNBA players should be grateful for the platform that she provides. Yeah, well, staying with women's basketball and making Wise sleep even further. Get the CPAP ready, Wise. Nneka Ogwumike, she loses her third bid to play for Nigeria in the Olympiad. Now, FIBA turned down her application to compete for the African nation at next year's World Cup and the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. This is the third time that FIBA has denied Ogwumike's appeal to play for Nigeria. She had been trying to play for the country where her parents were born since Tokyo's games that took place in 2021. Now, Nneka had this to say about her appeal process and the not so successful way it has gone out. Quote, after the second time trying to appeal, I made my peace with it. The third time, I was like, well, let me say I gave it my all. I'm kind of at this point where I'm very much over it. It's unfortunate, but there's just certain things you can't control. Close quote. FIBA said in a statement to the Associated Press that Ogwumike's petition was denied. Now, Nneka went on to say the following too. Quote, my involvement with the USA is for them, their strongest point, but it doesn't necessarily make the sense it does to the individual that's being penalized for it. You guys are going to continue using the excuse over and over again about the governing body basically appealing her to play in last year's games and it went past deadline. I'm not about to beat a dead horse. I gave it an honest try, so I feel fine about it. Close quote. Now, for those who are unaware of Ogwumike's game, she averaged 18.3 points, pulled down 7 boards this season for the Storm, And she wasn't the only U.S. player to be denied a chance to play with Nigeria, because Elizabeth Williams also sought to play for the team, but no suit for her either. Now, Gwimike's younger sister Chine had her application approved, but it was approved though with reservations. Your thoughts on Nneka not being able to play for Nigeria for a third time?
Depends on how you value the situation. Because on one hand, I can see why FIFA did it. You play for the United States, and if you open that door, that means you're allowing players, both men and women, to just jump around, play for different countries. And Olympics is where you represent the country that you want to represent.
Yeah, just ask Joel Embiid.
So, which is bringing me to my other point. I'm looking forward to see how that situation will go because he wants to play for what country?
France, wasn't it?
Not France.
Oh no, was it Nigeria?
No, it wasn't Nigeria.
But I didn't think it was Nigeria.
No, it wasn't Nigeria. I forgot. Cambridge?
Cameroon. Okay.
Let's see how that works.
Heck, man, I didn't know Cameroon had a team.
So I'm looking forward to see how that works because guess what, Jarrell? You play for the USA and you won gold.
Mm-hmm.
Will FIBA let you play for another country? Remember, he was supposed to play for France, but he chose the United States.
Right.
That's when you enjoyed every time he got booed by the French crowd.
Every time he touched the ball, that French crowd laid in on him. But I was proud of him though. He wasn't his usual self where he was like, oh, I have a fingernail. I got to sit on the bench. So he actually played. I'm proud of him.
So like I said, it depends on how you value this whole situation because I understand where people come from.
I am too. Now I know 76er fan don't like Joel. Oh well, but at least you got the Eagles to cheer for. I digress. Ogwimike hopes that her fight to try to play for Nigeria will help shed some light on the process and quote how people decide to pick their nationalities when they want to represent their country. Close quote. So as you can see, Nneka agrees with you. Which I agree with her as well, and I agree with the both of you.
Yeah, cause they give you an option. Okay, which country do you want to represent? That's the country you want to represent? Okay.
Yeah. Now, for those who want to know about Nigeria, they have been one of the up-and-coming teams in international play in recent years. The country became the first African nation to reach the quarterfinals of the Olympics back at the Paris Games before losing to the U.S., and the addition of Gwimike would potentially give the team, or would have given that team then, a better chance to advance even further, which is something that the now 35-year-old former MVP feels hurt her case. Well, from cases being hurt to wallets smiling, the NBA is making it rain in their own club. That's right. This is peak extension time in the National Basketball Association, or as one agent told ESPN this week, quote, the torture chamber, close quote.
Not the torture chamber.
The deadline for extensions for most eligible players is today, as this is recording, 6 p.m. Eastern time. At this point, it's commonplace for there to be pessimism about deals getting done, but compromises and deals along with them do regularly happen. That being said, even by normal standards, there's a lot of pessimism right now. Why? Well, there's a continued adaptation of the apron system, which has caused teams to be even more careful about long-term spending. And then there's also star-studded free agent class in the summer, not this coming summer, but in the summer of 2027, when Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Donovan Mitchell, Mr. Glass, Anthony Davis, and others could be available to sign with any team. The deals that do and don't happen over the next few years will set the stage for future negotiations, and they will signal what free agency could look like in the 2026 summer. One of those extensions, it actually did happen because it says will Kevin. Oh well, the Kevin Durant extension. Now there were talks about that, but there's been stories of Durant actually grabbing the bag and having the most money that's ever been paid to an NBA player. But this is really the situation that's going on. So the Rockets under general manager Rafael Stone, they've done an excellent job in managing their salary structure, and that will no doubt play a role in how Durant's contract situation will play out. But not just that, but also rookie scale extension candidate Terry Eason's. Now, with the unfortunate happenstance of Fred Van Fleet, he likely will now opt into his $25 million deal for next season because he ripped his ACL last month. Prayers to you, Fred. The Rockets have roughly $70 million to get both Durant and Eason signed and remain under the dreaded second luxury tax apron, which will allow the Rockets to continue adding a roster it hopes is good enough to compete with the Thunder in the Western Conference. It ain't. Okay. Now, there's that. Then there is the balancing act of the Heat. Tyler Hero, he's coming off of an all-star season and is definitely interested in extending with the Heat, but there have been substantive talks to his point, and a deal is doubtful. At least that's what sources are saying. Now, in a vacuum, Hero is the player that the Heat probably should be most interested in extending, and Hero saw former all-star Bam Adebayo get a large extension last year, along with a large let me not go there. I'm sorry. But it doesn't appear to be in the offing. As for two other extension candidates, recently Norman Powell and Andrew Wiggins, long-term deals are also unlikely. Powell, who the LA Clippers traded to Miami, in part because they were dodging their own extension issue with him, could get a short deal, if anything. As for Wiggins, for his part, he has a player option for $30 million for the 2027 season, and when it's possible, the Heat might hope to negotiate a different number, and they also might not. Oh, boy. And then there is the busy off-season that could lead to a busy in-season in the A. Now, there's mutual interest between the Hawks and Kristaps Porzingis in extending his deal. But sources say Porzingis' injury history and a radical change in circumstance following the offseason trade that brought him from Boston, and after Porzingis spent much of the summer in Europe playing for the Latvian national team, and both sides are comfortable seeing how the season progresses. Now, unlike some others, Porzingis isn't facing a Monday deadline to extend. With one season at $30.7 million left on that deal, he can extend at any time between now and June the 30th. The same timeline goes for franchise player Trae Young, whose situation is more intriguing. Unlike Porzingis, whose contract is up after the season, Young is getting broken off cheddar to the tune of $49 million. And he has that extension, that player option for next year that he preferred to not pick up and instead replace with a lucrative new one. In a different era, a multi-time NBA All-Star coming off his first max contract could expect his contract extended again at the max. But in the apron era, and with the Hawks having to invest in younger players, Young is a bit of a tweener. He's not a star. I mean, he is a star, but he's not a superstar. And a new max contract at 30% of the salary cap would be superstar money. We probably will see this situation more often over the next few years, with this class of sub-superstar players looking for their second max deal. Oh, and Wise, you can wake up now. Here's the expensive balancing act the Knicks are playing. Now, the Knicks have had discussions about extending center Mitchell Robinson, but sources say there have not been traction toward the deal. Robinson is in the last year of a contract that pays him $13 million this season. Now, Towns has 3 years left on his deal, including this season, through the 2028 season, and is a $61 million player option. He has expressed a desire to stay in New York long term. I wonder why. but there's no urgency from either side to get a new deal done. Now, one of the few reasons why the Knicks would be unlikely to do an extension with Towns or Robinson is because they're already playing a complicated game of limbo with the second apron. Now, does that mean some sort of blockbuster trade is inevitable? Not necessarily. But the Knicks have repeatedly shown under team president Leon Rose that they're going to maintain as much roster flexibility as they possibly can. Even the extension they did sign this summer with Mikal Bridges allows him to be traded before the trade deadline, which is February the 5th, if the Knicks decide to do so. And then there's Joel Embiid. All right, your thoughts on the extensions?
I was wondering where you was going to get to that. Jeez. Oh, God, dog. And then I have to pick up where you left off at, which is the crazy part.
Okay, well, fine. I'll sit.
No, you already said it too. I just got to pick up where you left off at. Because the Denver Nuggets and guard Christian Braun have agreed to a 5-year, $125 million rookie contract extension. The number 21 pick in the 2002 NBA draft has been a developmental find and success for the Nuggets brass. The Nuggets top executive Brent Taylor and John Wallace made it a priority to negotiate a new long-term deal to lock in Braun as part of the future of the franchise's core moving forward.
God.
That's what I'm saying here. Like, well, I was like, well, since he found a different article to go through, and I'm just sitting here like, I might as well add that into it whenever he gets done.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go do this. Why not?
Well, what about you? Your main guy got a $90 million contract extension, which actually still keeps you under the mess. This is surprisingly.
It was a smart because I heard about this before you brought the articles here. Smart move by the Rockets. They knew they had to do an extension. They knew Durant was looking for one, and it was a favorable number for the team, and Durant was being favorable toward the team. So that was it. So it was a win-win for everybody because Durant really doesn't need the money. He really doesn't, but he should be paid what he's worth, no question. My issue is, all right, so Durant gets the max. So Durant gets his big time under the max extension. Does this mean this puts them closer to the Thunder? No. And I mean, that's the way I look at it. You know, does this deal solidify the Rockets being stronger contenders to knock down the Thunder? With them young Thundercats they got on that team, the answer is no. But I am happy for Durant. His pocket's going to be fat, and Wanda's pocket's going to be even fatter. Shout out to you, Mrs. Durant. Or Miss Durant. That's just how I am. Durant, he can fill the bucket up. There's no question about that. Well, I can't disagree with Wise. I cannot. Wise. He says that Negro's old. Yeah.
He also said that 37. Too.
But remember, you do have an older geezer who wants all the money still.
Oh, speaking of Wise, this is how Victor came to the chat.
Oh, Victor Locke, VLock83, or the Ed McMahon of the Snowman in the Morning Show, Victor Locke. He says, "Hey, yo, gents, you guys aren't talking about Thothy Cat, are you?" We just mentioned him in parting. He says, "Good afternoon to Agent Zero and the EP of all EPs, Cole Johnson." Thank you, gentlemen. Good afternoon to Wise Elefe, who, along with the Negro is old, he also said he plays no defense.
Just say it. So that's not that way.
He's not wrong. No. I'll admit he attempts playing defense, but he's not. you don't have him on the floor for defensive purposes.
So, from there, let's go to the college rank, shall we? Because the preseason AP polls app came out for both the men and the women. Start with the women. Number one out the gate is the reigning defending national champion, the UConn Huskies, followed by South Carolina.
Heifers.
UCLA comes in at number 3, Texas at number 4, and rounding out the top 5 is the LSU Tigers.
Longhorn, late longs, you need to be pimp slapped.
What they do to you?
They should have won me my national championship. They fell short.
At least they gave you a run for a lifetime for once.
Mm-hmm.
When the last time the Texas Longhorns gave you that type of run?
Yeah, you're right. I had to go to the men's side for that, but yeah.
As you see the women's top 25, any no, that's takeaways. Let's get your takeaway on the women's side. Even though we both hate preseason polls.
Yeah, because it really won't matter technically until we get to February, really. But it's fun to have it in January, but it totally doesn't matter until February. It's great to see the Final Four teams get rewarded the 4 spots in the top spots. That just shows the respect that the NCAA has for all 4 teams. Well, 3 of the 4, I should say. Of course, the big omission, which is not really an omission, it's not an omission, but it's more of a case study in how important one player can be on a team is USC, and it's unfortunate they're 18th, and of course we know why they're 18th,
of course,
and not much higher than that. I think that's the biggest takeaway. I'm not saying disappointment. I think it's the biggest takeaway. Biggest surprise though. Looks like it looks like the Caitlin Clark effect with Iowa is looking like it's taking shape. The fact that they're in the top 20, top 25 preseason 2 years after she is gone from the program. That's pretty good from the standpoint of So Caitlin Clark might not be a one-trick pony for that program. That's good to see.
Yeah, and since somebody trying to take shots.
Why is that, Lefe? He says, hold on. Before anything else, rest in peace to them Florida Gators.
Since you trying to take shots. Who's that? What's that team that's number 3, Wise?
Oh, not rest in peace of Florida Gators. It's the national champs from the men's side. The defending national champs on the men's side.
Yeah, we coming at number 3. Purdue's number 1. Mr. Cody Johnson, who's number 2?
The runner-ups from past year, the Cougars. You had a lead for all that. How you lose a lead with under a minute going to.
Not the fact that you went in a whole Randy Savage right there.
Woosa.
Number 4 is the UConn Huskies. Number 5 is Ripatino's Red Storm of St. John's. Duke, number 6. Michigan, number 7. BYU, who was one of the surprising teams in the tournament last year, coming in number 8. Kentucky, number 9. And the Red Raiders coming in at number 10. Yeah. You couldn't wait to Wednesday to use that.
No. This is not to you. This is in response to Wise's comment, because I figured he was talking about rest in peace to Florida Gators as to what happened this past weekend.
Despite a win, by the way.
Yeah, that's the amazing part. They won, and he got his walking papers. I was like, wow, you couldn't have done this when they took the L to Texas A&M.
No, because he was actually about to get the game away to Mississippi State. They were going for a D lineman dropping in coverage, which was very surprising, and making a great catch. We lose to Mississippi State. But that's Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, that is Wednesday. But I was doing that in honor, not to you, but I was doing that in of Wise. He was mentioning that the smiling jackass is gone.
Oh, I know.
And yeah,
And they did it on a bye week too, which is even more better.
not more better.
Oh no, they're on the bye week. Yeah, we give you a week to gather your thoughts, get yourself together for the team, and then we move on to Georgia. Smart move. Smart move.
Yeah. And yes, Wise, the Red Storm is fifth. The only issue I have is I'm praying that Rick Pitino doesn't become a Red Storm his doggone self, because I'm thinking he might have a stroke.
Snowman's in the building.
Hey, Snowman says, how are y'all? We're doing good, man.
All right.
Oh wow.
Wise, you need to save all that for Wednesday. And that's not gonna make it on the comments. So bring all that to Wednesday.
I didn't think it would, but I'm still gonna laugh at it because it's hilarious.
No, you're gonna laugh more when we talk about it Wednesday.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna laugh about it more.
All right, sir. It's the men's side.
Now, I'm surprised though that the Tar Heels, as pathetic as they were, and no, this is not a shot at you, Cool. As pathetic as they were, I'm surprised they actually made it to the top 25. And even and I'm like, wow, they struggled mightily at the end of last year. And wow, so you mean to tell me the impact of one Bruce Pearl is negatively felt with the Tigers? Weren't they in the Final Four and all of a sudden they dropped down to 20?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So they don't have Bruce Pearl. Broom, he is in the NBA. I think somebody transferred from there too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and shout out to BYU, the BYU basketball man. Their athletics is coming up. So I guess y'all. I guess it must be good to be over there. Note to self: I need to move to Utah, become a Mormon, and marry 10 other women.
Oh my God. Really?
Because the football and the basketball program is coming up.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, heck, you can marry 10, 11 women as a Mormon, and don't be thrown in jail, and have all 10 women smile. The darndest of things.
This is your AP top 25 for the men's and the women's side. But before we close out around the hardwood, there is one more college news I want to get into. It says government shutdown may alter site for ladies UConn Louisville game. The number one UConn season opener against 20th ranked Louisville that is supposed to be played at Ramstein Air Base in Germany on November 4th is in jeopardy of being moved because of the government shutdown. A person familiar with the decision told the Associated Press on Thursday that if the shutdown continues until Monday, the game will be played at a neutral site in the U.S. on the same day. The person spoke on the condition of autonomy because no official announcement has been made. A Louisville spokesperson said the team is deferring to ESPN, which is putting on the game, and will be the one to make the call. The network will need time to move its equipment to Germany and set up the aircraft hangar on the base to host the contest. This is what ESPN said. Quote, while our goal is to host this year's Armed Forces Classic as planned at Ramstein Air Base in Germany, we are exploring contingency plans due to the circumstance. Close quote. Sir, you're the man of the politics.
Okay.
Government shutdown could be altering a very interesting game out the gate for the defending champs.
It's altering a lot of things more than just a game.
Oh no, that is true.
I applaud the NCAA for wanting to expand its reach basketball wise. They're doing it with football, playing overseas, and now and I forget which year this has been. I want to say fourth or fifth that I can remember that they actually have two teams playing on a ship.
Well, if this was to stay the way that it is, this would be the third time that the Offers Classic was played at Ramsden, and the first that features two women's basketball teams. Because the men's side they did it in the inaugural year in 2012, and then Texas A&M and West Virginia played there in 2017.
Right. Yeah. So it's a unique way of promoting the game. So that's good. Here's the situation that's at the play. Supposedly, this shutdown is happening because of the Affordable Care Act. One side wants the coverage to expand, and the other wants it to constrict. And of course, neither are coming close to the bargaining table. Oh, WNBA, look at the government shutdown and see how that goes. That's in your future. I digress. Now,
that's where you're tied in.
Thank you. Now, we're now in the second full week of this. Now, this started before last weekend, and there's no signs of any party coming to the table saying, "Yeah, we're close to a deal. Yeah, we're close to actually bringing people in." It sucks because I do have a friend who works in government, and she's all out of sorts. She doesn't know what she doesn't really know what to think. And yeah, it'll be cool if this game were to still take place. And it sucks that you have this thing happening that's affecting a sports venue or a sports game or a sports event. But I think that I hope Washington can see how far-reaching this all affects. This isn't something that you should play around. This isn't something you should hold red or blue pom-poms and just wave in the air and say, "Our side's great, your side sucks. SUCKSA, suck," because that's what y'all are doing. And with that display that I just did the last 20 seconds, that's how ridiculous you all look. As ridiculous as that just sounded from me, that's how ridiculous you all look.
You definitely sounded ridiculous.
Yes, and it was meant to sound that ridiculous because that's what they are portraying. Ridiculousness, and you're all supposed to be highbrow. You're supposed to be above the fray. You're all supposed to walk across the aisle and say, I have this disagreement with you. Let's see if we can come with a compromise. Oh, you all don't know what the word means, do you? Wow. So so you don't want to compromise. You feel as though one side has to bend over backwards for the other to actually have something pass. Good luck with that. But I think what we're witnessing is posturing at its finest, posturing at its best. And you're seeing just with this game itself how much damage it can cause.
And that would conclude Around the Hardwood. Yeah. I seen that. I was like, you know what? Oh, you know what? We're going to take a break. When we come back, I think Coach Johnson needs to have a chat with his ace.
Everything Boston. I love you morons. New Kids on the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Get mounts of entertainment with Paramount Plus. Stream new movies such as Mean Girls, Transformers: Rise of the Beast, and Good Burger 2 with Paramount Plus. Stream live sports such as the UEFA Champions League, the NFL on CBS, the PGA Tour, and March Madness. Catch hit CBS shows such as Fire Country, Ghost, NCIS, and more. But also catch exclusive originals for Paramount Plus such as Special Arts Lioness, The Famous Stallones, the new streaming home of Showtime. Watch Showtime original series and movies when you sign up with Paramount Plus with Showtime. Make it a fun, action-packed adventure for the whole family and create kid-friendly profiles for the little ones. So much to stream with Paramount Plus with over 45,000 full episodes from BET, CBS, Comedy Central, MTV, Nickelodeon, and more. Paramount Plus, mountains of entertainment.
This is a BS3 Network presentation.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central.
Oh, man. Oh, wow.
And welcome back to Shooting Lights Out as we begin season 4. And things have gotten interesting here.
Why? So Stuck in My Mind, he says, only if I had a platform where I could voice my opinion on such a topic. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thinking man emojis. I'm a cap on you, son. You my boy. You supposed to be my boy. You could come at my neck like that. Wow. No show? Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, man. Oh, wow, that's cold though. Oh, you show right. You show right. All right. But I'm still gonna let you make it, Wise. I'm still gonna let you make it. I'm still gonna let you make it.
Now to
no.
Now, those of you who've been faithful listeners to us for weeks in and weeks out, we did not forget. We did not forget. So for season 4, I am debuting the first edition of the Heat Check.
The way Wise is going, you should give it to him. I'm just stating facts.
The Heat Check comes to the WNBA as the Las Vegas Aces won their 3rd title in 4 years, sweeping the Phoenix Mercury for zip. The first time that the WNBA saw a 7-game series, and it only took 4 games for it to end. Your finals MVP, Of course, who else? The queen herself, Asia Wilson.
Put some
Used to be the queen.
respect on it.
So, before I go on to my thing, Mr. Johnson,
Mm-hmm.
we have a dynasty in the WNBA.
Yeah. For the first time in a minute, we had a team that has now won 3 chips in 4 years, and it couldn't happen to a better group of people. Uh, the biggest shout outs to me goes to Jackie Young, to Asia Wilson, and to Becky Hammond. Um, that's a great nucleus. Those 3 women really know they really know their basketball, especially with Young and Wilson
Hey,
knowing.
not to interrupt you, but you got to throw Chelsea Green now too. Now,
Okay, fine. I'll throw Chelsea Green in there too. They, but Young and Wilson in particular too. They seem to have a good pulse on the game itself, where they 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 now have played it long enough to where they feel it out. They see if they see if they need to contribute the way they need to contribute, and then they go full bore if necessary. And I just enjoy how they play, and of course Becky knows what she's doing on that bench. She knows her game. So it's not surprising to me that we would see this. I was surprised that, and this is not a shot to your liberty, sir. I'm surprised that we didn't see them actually run the table last year. The way they were so dominant, like how they were uh, the second half of this season, and how they dominant they were 2 years ago. But champions sometime have off years, and that just happened to be an off year for them. They
man,
bounced back like a champ.
plus you run against a team that really wanted you.
Yeah,
more than
I'm saying
anything.
I'm saying it was an off year, and you also go against teams that they try to go after your neck, and sometimes they succeed. In case of the Liberty, that's exactly what happened. They succeeded. They were hungrier, and that happens.
Hey,
We
you beat us in the championship. We get you in the semifinals. We coming for you.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That happens. You get got, and
I think that's part of the reason why you said Minnesota took an early bounce because we ended up taking an early bounce.
mm-hmm, yeah. I mean, you have to look at it from Liberty's standpoint from 2 years ago. They got, and not only that, the team got a chance to celebrate a chip on your floor. Yeah, that would probably make you feel some kind of way. And so they turned the trick and they celebrated not the championship, but they celebrated bouncing them on their home floor. So yeah, you run the risk if you're a big time dynasty, you run the risk of having off years. And that's what happened. The Aces had an off year last year, but they bounced back, and it looked like they were going to looked like we weren't going to be talking dynasty. And then they just reeled off what they reeled off in the second half.
And speaking of that, the main catalyst for it, who else?
Oh yeah, the
This
best.
is
player,
what she did in the finals.
the best woman player in the world.
28.5 points per game, 11.8 boards, 4 assists, 2 blocks. Wilson wins her second WNBA Finals and becomes the only player to average 25 and 10 across a finals series.
She's the truth. People could say crap about Asia. The woman can ball, and what I'm loving about her now is that she is being Jordan-esque in that she's actually seeing the game, letting it come to her, and whatever you need, I got you. If you need me to get more boards, I got you. You need me to get more steals, I got you. You need to be more defensive presence on the other end and just swat shots, I'll do that too. If you need me to get you 40, I'll do. She is letting the whole game come to her.
So Asia Wilson, league MVP, co-defensive player of the year, finals MVP, WNBA champion, all in one season. which prompted me to ask a question. And I thought this would be a very interesting question. Where does Asia Wilson rank in the GOATs conversation?
I would be the wrong person to ask that question. She's up there. And I know some were saying that she is the GOAT. I'm not ready to do that yet.
Really?
No, I'm not ready to do that yet.
Okay, so first, this is how this poll went.
Mm-hmm. I figured. I know I'm going against the grain. And I'm not saying that y'all will be wrong in actually making it that. But I can't put her there yet. Because there's others that I consider. Maya Morris one, Cynthia Cooper's another. So it's hard for me to actually say, oh yeah, this is the undoubted best player I've ever seen play women's basketball. And then the GOAT to me is only WNBA, because the greatest women's basketball player I've ever seen never could play in the WNBA. And that's Cheryl Miller. But to me, it's like you got Cynthia Cooper, just WNBA. To me, I'm looking at Cynthia Cooper. I'm looking at Maya Moore. And it's like, it's hard for me to say, yeah, Asia's better than both of them. Now, I'm not saying that Asia doesn't do things better than those other two. She does. But I'm not going to spit on the legacy of Miss Moore and Miss Cooper either.
Now, I will say this. I want to know the people. I probably could go find out if I really want to.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the two people that said she's top 20? That's what the 1% came at. Two people said top 20.
Yeah, I said top 3. I know that's where I put mine. I put my top 3, but someone actually said Snowman.
If you tell me you can name me 19 players better than Asia Wilson, now, I would love to see that list.
Now, if you're talking about currently, they ain't no player better than Asia right now. But of all time, I've seen one. I can say I've seen one that is better. I've seen one that is better than Wilson, and the other two, it's sort of like they're sort of neck and neck to me. And all three do different things. Maya Moore was a different type of player than Cynthia Cooper and Asia Wilson. Same thing with Cynthia Cooper to the other two, and same thing with Wilson to the other two. But yeah, I will boldly say I love Asia. She's one of the best basketball players I've ever seen, no matter the gender. And she's one of the greatest women's basketball players I've ever seen. But the greatest basketball player that was a woman that I ever saw, and I still haven't seen anyone come close to her, Cheryl Miller. Still.
And that's the unfortunate part, because there was no WNBA for Cheryl Miller.
And unfortunately, the WNBA was still almost 15 years in arrears from when she cooked, because she would have destroyed the WNBA if the league was in existence. She would have destroyed the league.
So that's like my only caveat. Like, Cheryl Miller is not in this conversation because there was no WNBA.
No, I got you. I got you. So that's why I sort of nuanced it. I'm like, yeah, WNBA wise, to me it's like I love Maya Moore and I love Cynthia Cooper, and I can't really say that Asia is above them both yet. But if we're saying women's basketball in general, Asia, as tall as she is, still can't touch Cheryl Miller. And Asia's great.
You know why?
Fee?
I'm with you on this because, and Cole has heard me say this, y'all lucky Maya Moore left during her prime, because that Minnesota team could not be touched.
That's what I'm saying. Chick could cook. I mean, we got a chance to see how Maya Moore cooked in Connecticut. And then she got even better when she got into the WBA.
That minute, I'm like, ain't nobody touched it, though. That team is too...
It's just too good. They were just too good. Yeah.
So, but I had to think about it. I'm saying, like, darn. Asia Wilson is a 4-time league MVP. She's a 3-time champion. 2-time Finals MVP. What 3 Defensive Player of the Year? I'm like, this woman accolades.
That's impressive. That's impressive. The fact that she could be the best offensive player and the best defensive player at the same time. That is what I find impressive about her.
So I'm like, you know what? She's in there.
Oh, there's no question. To say it does not warrant consideration is stupid. She warrants consideration, but I only see 3. She's 1, Maya Moore's the 2nd, and Cynthia Cooper's the 3rd. Because I got to put her there. She led the Comets to 4 straight championships, 4 straight, and did it after her prime. All 4 chips after her prime.
So it's Victor. No, Visa Kari is not in this conversation because she hasn't won yet.
I was like, fee.
She's still searching for that elusive championship.
Although,
and she has to stay healthy. Because if she stay healthy, they probably will win one either last year or this year. But she can't stay healthy. Well, That's the most crucial point.
But right now, she's winning the war for people's champ.
That's true.
Because the way she went toss it up on Kathy Engelbert.
But I will say this: if she comes back and she has another, if she had half the performance next year, if there is a next year, if she did this year, she might replace Mara Moore as my GOAT because she is racking it up. You
know what's sick about this latest season though? Asia didn't start cooking until after the All-Star break. And I'm like, how is this possible? How is she just slaying? And it's like, oh, y'all forgot I'm the best women's player in the game. Y'all forgot. Let me remind y'all.
Speaking of the Fisher Collier, man, they beat the Aces behind in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that point forward, Asia just said, "No, I am not getting the Bears like this ever again."
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. This crap we kick rocks. Y'all about to be left in the dust.
She felt so embarrassed. She was like, "No, this ain't happening again."
That's the mark of a champion. That's why I can't say anything bad about H. Wilson if I tried. I can't.
Lost by 53 points.
And that was that was it. They didn't lose another game the rest of that season. They didn't lose another game until they got to the playoffs. I'm like, ooh, wow. Left scorched earth in the end of the regular season, and then when he got to the playoffs, whenever the Aces needed that performance from Wilson, she gave it to you. And exactly, Wise. Yeah, that's the scary part. Wise says you say after a prime, but man, she would. But yeah, and that's what the first chip that Cynthia Cooper won. She was 34 years old. But I'm like, and I was looking at her then. I'm like, you're supposed to look slow. You're supposed to have a step that's already lost when you got in the league. Nope. Yeah, Cynthia Cooper still is one of my favorite players I've ever seen. On man or woman, one of my favorite players I've ever seen. Because the one thing I loved about her, she played like it was. She played like she was like it was 9 dudes on the court. That's how she played. She played that there was 9 dudes on the court, and she was willing to embarrass all 9 other players. Yes, right. The other 4 on her team too. That's how cold Cynthia Cooper was. And she started at 34 and winning chips.
But that 62.4%, I have no work with y'all whatsoever because
I don't either. I don't.
Jeez.
I may disagree personally, but I don't really have a gripe.
Now, those of you down at a 13%, top 10, top 20. 10. I'm gonna need y'all to understand basketball as totality. Just because we can put her at top 5 and top 3 doesn't mean we're disrespecting the OGs. you cannot deny what AJ Wilson is doing in the WNBA.
Yeah.
And if you are, you just a hater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cooper was about, I think, 2 years younger than Miller. Yeah.
So to kick off the opening season, I had to show love to the Las Vegas Aces because I didn't forget.
Well, I know you weren't gonna forget. Yeah. And yeah, shout out to the Aces, because the way that you all picked up the pace after you saw your record was 14-14. And I know you all had the mentality of nobody believes we're going to pull this chip out but us. And that philosophy worked. So congratulations, ladies.
And
you
I'm
all
gonna
changed for the third time in 4 years.
I'm going to shout out to Drew Lloyd, too, who had the humbleness to say, hey, coach, let me come off the bench, okay?
And you know, it's funny. Yeah, it's funny you say that. That's how the Pistons won their championship in '89 when they traded for Mark Aguirre. He was in the starting five, and they got to a sluggish start to begin the season. I think it was around January or so, where Aguirre went to Daly and he said, "Look, I'll be sixth man. Put that young energetic dude. Put Worm in there in my spot." Then they won 25 out of the next 26 games, and that sparked into a chip. You need to have unselfish players like that, and when you see a player sacrifice like that, you see the whole squad go even harder, because they want to prove that move right, because they see a big time player say, "This is bigger than me," and then they want to lift her up by saying, okay, well, she's being unselfish, let us be unselfish. And it permeates through it permeates on how they all play too on the court. So I'm not surprised this was the end result from that move.
So Las Vegas Aces, champions for the third time in 4 years. AJ Wilson is climbing Goat Mountain.
One of the greatest champions ever.
Furiously.
One of the greatest champions ever. That is inarguable. That is inarguable. She's one of the greatest champions in women's basketball history ever.
You guys get the first heat check of season 4.
I love that. Good choice on the first heat check of season 4.
Oh, I was like, you know what? I'll make that a heat check. But commercial break. When we come back, let the fun begin, because now we talking NBA.
Fun? What type of fun?
You gotta come back and see.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
Shop hats and official sports gear at Lids. Lids is the leader and #1 destination for hats, gears, and everything that moves you, making it the perfect shop for fans to find official sports hats, merchandise, and gear. Represent your team, your town, and your style with a snapback adjustable fitted hat or beanie from thousands of college and pro teams. Browse the very latest sports jerseys and t-shirts from the best teams out there. Lids has officially licensed professional and college sport team apparel and hats featuring the hottest brands and trends. Shop online or visit one of the 100 stores across the country. Locker rooms by legs.
The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
And what does Georgia do? Well, as a team that has a championship pedigree would do, they came out full guns blazing, just like a tested SEC team would do. And
Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC.
Some of the biggest name first. Chapel Bill now. It's no longer called Chapel Hill. It's called Chapel Bill because Bill Belichick is now the head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels. The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
Sports fans are gearing up, whether it be for the madness of March, whether it be for the Super Bowl, or even a little thing called WrestleMania. You can get all that at Fanatics, where they have a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, the NHL, the NCAA, and the WWE. So go on and show that pride, that passion, that dedication fan that you are by whipping your team, your league, all your favorite players. Fanatics, official license, everything.
Rams fans all around the world.
It's a beautiful thing to be a Rams fan right now. Stafford's back. Running back, Kerryon Williams. To return.
Lend me your ears, or should I say lend Playmaker your ears, as he breaks down week by week everything in the Los Angeles Rams canon.
Number 99, Aaron Donald. Can't wait for 2029 to come to know that you are going in the Hall of Fame, and it should be first ballot, no questions asked.
Join the Playmaker as he breaks down everything Los Angeles Rams style in Ramily Talk on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
And welcome back to Shooting the Lights Out as season 4 begins. And Mr. Johnson, I think there's somebody here for you.
It's somebody for me.
No, I didn't come.
Somebody for me.
Mr. Johnson. I came to talk about my Knicks. So
no, the way y'all two be going back and forth.
Oh, listen, that's just brotherly banter, man.
Yeah,
that's just brotherly banter. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. It's good to see you recover from the Yankees ending your season.
What? Listen, why are you even bringing up the past, man? Why are you talking about the past?
If it's the recent past.
No, that was past. Why are you even mention? I ain't mentioning your Astros.
No, but you had to come under my neck with the show. That was cold, bro. That was cold.
Bro, am I lying? No. Yo, when was the last Playmaker? When was the last time you seen a New Mentality episode?
This man said, "Oh man." This man said, if only I had a platform where I could voice my opinion on such a topic.
I just be feeling the kind of way.
You can shoot all the slugs at my Astros all you want. That was cold.
Listen, I'm feeling the kind of way. I've voiced my opinion already. I've been patient. I think I've been patient out of everyone. I think I've been patient, and I deserve a show. Like, can I get one episode? Like something.
And then I give him the one episode, but he's like, "Nah, that don't count." I'm like, "Come on."
We here to talk basketball, so let's get into this.
Yeah, you're right. So I won't talk about your Giants yesterday. So yeah, you're right.
Oh man.
Like I said, I'm thinking having an NFL show.
All joking aside, man, it's cool. It's good to chop it up with you.
Nobody expected my Giants to even be as good as they are.
Yeah,
Like,
be happy, bro.
they choke. And as much as I like Brian Dayball, he just might have to go and Joe Shane, because how you bring a rookie kicker to the Mile High City I don't even want. I'm over it. Anyway, basketball, NBA, let's go.
Opening night is tomorrow. We'll get into the two games a little later on in the segment. But as we like to do here, me and Coach Johnson, we sat back, thought about who we was gonna pick for our top 5 teams, top 5 players. We didn't course with each other about who was picking. So, but Mr. Johnson, you're up first as your top 5 teams going into the NBA season.
Yeah. I want to say that I have faith in the Rockets. Outside of the fact that Durant would have to play at least 3/4 of the season, I don't. But he does present the option that they've been needing, which is reliable scoring. Because defensively they seem to be okay. It's just they couldn't find that one person to fill the bucket when they needed. So they decided to get the old decrepit Grim Reaper, and hopefully he can do the job. To me, with the Nuggets, that 1-2 punch with Jokic and Murray, I just think that if they stay healthy, they're a tough out no matter who they play against. Then it's Timberwolves. Now, the good news is this team can cause a lot of problems. The bad news is Anthony Edwards wants to shoot his shot at every hole that he sees. And that's going to cause a big, huge problem with focus. But hopefully he can tame the joystick and he can focus. Remember, no new holes, son.
The good thing is, right, he is in Minnesota, so he's kind of regulated to kind of like he can only really get some real good holes when he's traveling.
Well, that's true. That's true. You're
Minnesota,
right,
man.
Yeah, that's true. So he would. Yeah,
he ain't looking for the holes in Minnesota like that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, because he would have to turn into Tyrese Halliburton. He'd be going to go after snow bunnies.
Hey, listen, teach his own.
Oh, no problem with that.
Yeah. So okay. I didn't mean to interrupt you. My apologies.
No, that's fine. That's fine. No, if you want to ski on the slopes, more power to you guys.
Listen, we've all partaken in snowflakes.
That's right.
Okay.
The nectar is just as sweet with the snowflakes as it is with the brown sugar. So I had a hard time thinking about another team in the East that I like clutch more than the Knicks. Don't give me the Bucks. Don't give me the Cavs. I do not have faith in either team because I just think those two teams will choke somehow, some way, somewhere. And I think they may benefit from not having Tibbs on the sideline. Not saying that Tibbs sucked as a head coach. He was great. He's a great coach.
No, listen.
He's an awesome coach.
He's changed the culture. He changed the culture in New York. He's made them perennial winners now, like going to the playoffs the last 3 years. Mm-hmm. And so, no, he definitely changed the culture. I just think the new voice and the offense that Mike Brown brings to the table and adding Jordan Clarkson was a big key for me, because now you add that punch off the bench, and now if you stay with, which I hope they do, I would really prefer them go with Mitch, Cat, OG, Mikal, and Brunson. That's the starting lineup I want. It's not up to me, but hopefully Mike Brown does the right thing, and Cat is playing the 4 and not the 5. And I just feel that Mitchell he gives us that different energy when he's him and Cat together.
Yeah. And of course with Mike Brown teams, defense doesn't suffer. So you have that, because Tibbs loves to grind a team down defensively too.
Yeah, and then you listen. I think with the talent we've added and the young pieces, I love how Cordy. I love the kid we drafted second round this year. We McCullers from last year. We hopefully the French kid can do what he can. Back home, Daddy can do what he can have to do. Kolek, hopefully he can get it together. But yeah, I'm excited for what we have.
Yeah. I do think things look up for the Knicks. I can actually see them. I don't know what was more entertaining: watching Knicks games, seeing the crowd at Madison Square Garden go absolutely crazy, or seeing or seeing outside Penn Station going absolutely bonkers and having traffic stop.
As a Knicks fan, do I really want? I don't know. Do I really want to see them win the championship? Because these fans, they were savages, and we didn't even win. So I'm not. I do want a championship. I don't know. I just hopefully they can refrain themselves from burning down the city.
I'm like, do you want to see a championship? You know you do.
I know I do, but
you ain't. I mean, you unfortunately have not been privy to seeing them win one in your lifetime.
I've been able to see the finals a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Just not taste the sweet glory. No.
Yeah. So I know
I've seen the Rangers. I've seen my Yankees. I've seen my beloved.
These are the Giants. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They've all been at the summit.
They've all. I can say yes. I've seen them win.
Yeah. So I know you want to see them. I know you want to see the Knicks win eventually. But yeah,
of course.
But I get. I get how New York will shut itself down if the Knicks win a championship.
Yeah, I just don't want them to burn down my city. That's all. That's all.
New York City will be burnt.
This just was savages. I know. I'm a New Yorker.
Oh my gosh! I grinned like a Cheshire cat when you all beat the Celtics last year.
I was out of control. Yeah,
I'm like, oh my gosh! I was like, oh my gosh! There's a million Wises I'm seeing on outside. I'm like, oh my gosh! I never heard somebody Boston chants. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I think I should have copyrighted that. Like, people gonna owe me some money.
Oh my gosh! I'm like Boston. I'm like, wow. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. But yeah, I do love the Knicks a lot, and I think they have not suffered much. I think they've built onto the talent they've had, and they went to the conference finals last year. So I think they could build on that. I don't see a team.
Let's just admit it. The East is weak right now. The East is ripe for the taking.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate how they are weak. Because you got to
happen.
Yeah,
you suck it up, Buttercup.
That's what I'm saying.
Can't do nothing about it.
Yeah,
can't do nothing about it. They we gonna cry. Oh, Jason Tatum not here. Oh, Tyrese Halliburton not here. Oh, okay.
So that takes care of the Celtics and the Pacers, and the Cavs.
Let's not even.
Cavs psyche sucks.
They choke.
Yeah,
they choke hard. They were world. You couldn't beat them in the regular season and went to the playoffs. They just
yeah. The Cavs psyche sucks, and it's still faulty. And the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and who else? Really? So I mean, that's why I say it's sad that how weak the East is, but you still have to put on the shorts and get on the court. Still put on the high tops. You still have to play.
First of all,
to me, the best team in the East right now is the Knicks, and I'm not saying it because you're here. That's just why. Yeah.
But first of all, any team coached by Doc Rivers right now is not winning the championship, let alone a playoff series. Like,
now that's a former Knick you're going at. That's cold, man. That's cold.
It don't matter. Doc, you got rid of a a coach that I feel was an Adrian Griffin that was coming up and was actually doing very well. And then you want to change the dynamics and bring in Doc and you see what he did. He didn't win crap. Like so, I thought when they started dismantling this team and getting rid of Budenhauser and getting rid of Middleton and you get rid of one of the best defensive guards in Holiday. Like, what are you thinking? Like, you had just won a chip with this team. Injuries is what derailed you. Now get these players back healthy, and let's run it again. But you decide to go with Doc Rivers.
Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. I did not think we were going to be capping on Glenn so early.
I personally think I'm in my mind I'm debating this, but I think I need to do a sports show. I need to vent.
You vent? No, I don't see that possibility.
Yeah, because these New York sports teams are killing me right now. I think I need to to come on and talk about it and let it out.
Okay, so all right. So the Yankees are doing well. The Giants are on the upswing. You really don't care about the Jets.
It's right now we're focusing on basketball. I think I'm leaning that way. Since I can't talk about politics and nothing else with George Santos getting commuted and hitting the streets and hitting Cameo and doing his thing. Like, it's just
you can talk about those things.
I know. I'm just it's oh man.
If those of you who listen on Real Life Radio, I'm still here. I'm still here.
I'm like, what sports teams you gonna clap on in New York? You don't care about the Nets nor the Mets or the Jets.
I could clap, but see, I could clap on them. Like
you don't care about the Mets, the Nets, or the Jets. You don't care about any of those teams.
I actually am an Aaron Glenn fan, and I wanted the Jets to do well.
I am too. I'm a big Aaron Glenn fan.
I wanted them to do well.
Mm-hmm.
But come on now. You go with Justin Fields as your quarterback. That's like when we went with Russell Wilson as our quarterback. Like Pittsburgh didn't want neither one. We should have followed Pittsburgh's. Both teams should have followed Pittsburgh's thing and not sign either one of those players. But we did. And look where they got us. A shootout with Dallas that we ended up losing anyway. And 2 horrible games of what the real Russell Wilson is.
That's what I'm saying. You don't care about the Jets. I mean, not saying you hate them or you are apathetic toward them, but you don't even talk about the Mets, the Jets, nor the Nets.
Then you got them. Then you got that Cohen money.
I mean, Victor's enjoying the show thus far.
Like, then you got Cohen. Oh, my trigger word. Oh my God.
And see, I did not bring him up.
Oh man,
I did not bring him up.
Yeah, but no. I mentioned to you the other day that certain people wanted to they were gonna do whatever they had and all. But okay, the funniest thing. I'm nowhere supposed to be talking basketball, but the funniest thing came across my feed. What? My trigger word. I'm not gonna say the name.
Trigger words.
Said he was gonna do everything within his power.
Oh Lord.
To make sure
I don't know where this is going.
Bad Bunny did not perform at the Super Bowl. And I just thought to myself, what power?
That's exactly where I knew you was going. I knew you was going to go there. I knew you were going to go there.
Who are you? Like, I want to know who do you think you are that
I know it.
you have this power to stop Bad Bunny from playing at the Super Bowl?
I knew it. I knew that's where you were going to go.
I'm sorry, Playmate. I know. My apologies, brother. I love you.
You don't hear me interrupting nothing.
It just blows my mind that such a being would think that
such a being
that they were capable of stopping Bad Bunny's performance. Like, do you really think that much? Like, you really think that highly of yourself? That you really think that your fan base is big enough to
You have a fan base?
Exactly.
Wow.
I was. That's what.
Why are you helping Wise out? Oh my gosh.
Also, please.
That was not supposed to come out. That wasn't supposed to come out.
Look, cover your ears, Wise. Just because Jason Whitlock decides to come off the side of his neck as usual and say some ridiculous stuff does not mean
you just wanted to mention his name. You just wanted to mention his name. I didn't mention his name. I did not say his name. Like we didn't. It was not. It was. We didn't have to. Like, that's promoting him. Like, we don't have to say his name. We all know here who we was referencing.
I mean, the audience probably didn't know, so you know.
Yes.
The one that you call fatless, witless, or less.
Listen, everybody there's people in the audience that know who we talking about because they mentioned them in the chat. B-Lock know who we talking about. Anybody who knows me knows who he is.
No, because this is what Victor just said.
Victor says, if I knew that guy was Wise's trigger word, I would have kept my trap shut.
Victor knows. Victor knows how I don't know why people think you don't know that we seen the commercial. We seen the commercial on this show. Y'all saw me. Y'all heard what I said about the man. So you gonna tell me Victor didn't know?
Yeah, part of your everything that's in Boston. Then all of a sudden he came in at the end.
Exactly. So you gonna tell me Victor didn't know? Come on now, Victor knew. Victor knew.
All right.
But my number one team is the Thunder because there's another NBA team that can take him out.
Shout out to the defending champs, OKC. Yeah, Shay, Chat, my man, my man.
Oh my gosh,
Isaiah Hartenstein. We miss you, brother. You deserve it. Thank you, definitely. But number one, OKC definitely is number one.
Yeah, I know. I definitely know you all miss.
That's Cole Johnson's top five. My top five was a little more difficult. And to the point where I made one graphic, then I had to rethink about it to make another graphic.
Well, you probably should have thought about mine and put a mentality graphic on mine.
So, Timberwolves come in at number 5.
Oh, so we got the same 5 teams. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. The Minnesota one didn't make my initial graphic.
Okay.
What was the initial graphic? I would like to know.
Okay, let me get through this first and I'll come back and tell you who I initially had at number 5. Timberwolves coming in at number 5. You know, Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man. Julius Randle, he gets an off season with the Timberwolves. So my question for them is, Can they get over the hump of the Western Conference Finals, or will they drop down? You got there twice in a row. You came up short both times. In 5 games, by the way. You can't even get to a game 6.
Oh, man, they lying. Man, they lying.
Number 4, the Denver Nuggets. You got your quarterback. You just signed Christian Braun to a 5-year extension.
That was a huge extension.
Can y'all stay healthy?
That's the key question.
That's the key for everybody, though. Yeah.
But that's really key for the Nuggets, though.
Yeah, no, they definitely. They need Murray back to the Murray championship year.
Mm-hmm.
And you need Gordon to play.
Yeah.
And getting Brown was big. Getting back Brown was huge for them.
That was useful. Yeah.
That was a big piece that they were missing. So getting him back. So you're definitely. I'm feeling you on Denver.
Number 3, why is it your New York Knicks? Not this year, then when?
Yeah.
If not,
the East should be theirs.
No, it's got to be. Absolutely. It's absolutely they have to go and show up, man. Listen, I think Thibodeau, Tibbs is going to take him as far as he can. He grinds your players down. You see at the end of the season playoff and the end of the playoffs, the Knicks are gassed because you're playing 6-7 guys.
Yeah,
the other team is running 10, 12 deep. You're like, oh man, what the hell is going on? Like, how is this possible?
Right.
And to my chagrin, the party on time, I don't want to hear Stephen A. Smith's mouth is constantly with the Knicks.
Orange and blue skies and go New York, go New York, go.
Yeah.
I'm really honestly,
I'm going to dislike May for him, not for the Knicks fan, just him.
Oh no! Like even being a Knicks fan, when you know how I feel about Jasmine Crockett. I love Jasmine.
Oh yeah. That's one of your favorite politicians. Yeah.
Yeah. And for him to come out his face the way he, hey man, shut up, just stay out of politics, talk sports.
I might have to actually dust off mentality so we can do a Friday show for him to go off on Stephen A.
I'm just saying, I'm not.
That's 2 topics right there off rip. You just got for mentality.
I might have to dust it off.
You got 2 topics already because of this show. You got 2 topics that's that fast.
I might have to dust it off and then throw the trigger word right in there and have him cook. I might have to do that.
So, number 2 is Cole Johnson, Houston Rockets.
You have more faith in him than I do.
Do you not see your starting lineup?
The starting lineup is cold, but you gotta understand, the big star is 37 years old.
I get that.
Question: how many games is Katie gonna play?
That's a big question.
Now,
that's a big question.
For them to be the second best team in the NBA, Katie would have to play just about every single game.
But we're talking.
Hold on. You just lost Fred VanVleet.
Yeah, for the whole year. Yeah.
The whole year.
Yeah. That's a big blow.
Who you replacing him with?
Well, you gotta hope that Amen Thompson steps up even harder. I mean, that's the only thing you can say about that. About but there's no one talent that's going to replace him.
You traded just one of your stars. It's your up and coming players.
Yeah.
To get an agent KD because you want to win now. I understand. This is a win now move.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's definitely a win.
Totally a win now move. Yeah.
We're talking 6'7", 6'11", 6'11", 6'11", 6'11".
You got trees. No question. You got trees in the lineup. The problem is
good gracious.
But the problem is, can one of those trees not be brittle? And that's the only issue I have with that. If KD stayed healthy, I would definitely say they'd be the only team I can see that can unseat the Thunder.
And the thing is, you want KD to stay healthy for offensive purposes. Your defense definitely ain't lacking.
Well, no, it's not lacking. That's the one thing we do have, but they needed an offensive presence.
And that's why you went and got KD.
Yeah, so you got that for KD because
he's one of the purest scorers to step foot on the NBA court.
Right. because the issue that the Rockets had when they played the Warriors in the first round in last year's playoffs was they could hold the Warriors under 100 points, but doggone, the Rockets couldn't buy a bucket. So yeah, I get that. But for them to get as far as they need to go, they need KD to be as healthy as he's ever been. They basically need KD's health of when he was with the Warriors. 2018.
And going off his resume the last few years, we haven't been getting that KD.
No. The Suns were lucky to have him for half a year, a couple of those years. So that's where I am with that.
And number one speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Thunder ain't been touched. The Thunder ain't gonna get touched. They're young too.
Like
that's even scary. They're young
too. Like the Rockets is literally built to compete with OKC.
They are.
I think OKC just got even better because now you win a chip. You're still young. You're still learning and growing. Like the sky's the limit for where this Thunder team can. And listen, I love my Knicks, but I'm a realist. They got some horses on that OKC team, and it's deep. It's like you just take one. Let me just say this guy's coming off, and I'm plug him right. It's like you just plug, and then you draft players down, and the moves you make in the offseason. To me, the moves they made, they just got better. They didn't do anything to hurt what they were doing.
No, Coach. I'm gonna see if King Coach doesn't guess who I had initially at number 5.
All right, let me see.
The Fakers?
No, it wouldn't be the Lakers.
I know it wouldn't be them sorry ass Clippers.
No, it wouldn't be the Clippers. I would say either the Magic or the Warriors.
It was Orlando.
That's what I thought.
I like Orlando. I like
and I wasn't saying it from a why'd you pick that team type of thing, but I get it because they're on the come up too. They're basically OKC but much younger.
They might be the second best team in the East now.
I think they probably will be. This year.
We added Desmond Bain. We also sneakily picked up Tyrese Jones as well.
I like that Desmond Bain pickup though.
I do too. I
think Memphis messed up giving trading Desmond away.
And the thing is, we got Tyrese Jones, we getting Jalen Suggs back. We already know about Pablo and Franz Warren. I mean, that speaks for itself. Now you add Desmond Bain to it, Tyrese Jones. Mo Wagner would be back. Francis' brother is coming back.
Yeah, the Wagner brothers. We can't listen. The Wagner brothers, and then Paul, and then having Suggs come back. They have like Cole said, they have that OKC.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much we just like the Rockets.
That's how I look at them.
You're talking about the second best defensive team last year. We just couldn't put points on the board.
Mm-hmm.
But getting Suggs back and having the Wagon brothers and Powell come back healthy. Like you have the nucleus. Mm-hmm. You have Jet Howard. Jet Howard is still on the team, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have some good guys. You have some good players on that team.
And then I like our draft pick of James Richardson from Michigan State. I love that.
Oh yeah,
I love that draft pick.
Yeah.
So your team can do some damage, and I think they will do some damage in the East this year. Because I just am not sold on the Bucks and the Cavs. I'm not sold on them at all.
So those are my top 5 teams going in. Cole Johnson, your top 5 players.
Yeah. All right, so number 5, Ja Morant. This is provided he doesn't carry iron. He'll be good to go. Number 4, of course, with Anthony Edwards, the problem is he wants to hit on every hole he sees. Angel Reese, turn him down, girl. Number 3, Giannis Antetokounmpo. His younger brother Thanasis is on his knees every night, thanking the Lord that Giannis is playing. Number 2, Nikola Jokic. He's my favorite player in the league. He's a walking triple-double from the center position. The only thing that hurts him is his supporting cast wants to disappear at bad times. So hopefully that will sustain him, and he could probably get another chip if his supporting cast actually stays healthy and comes through for him. And come on, who's better than SGA right now? Who is better than SGA?
Nobody.
The dude is clutch. He can give you a good bucket. Don't foul him because he'll drain free throws too. And he's pretty good defensively too. So yeah, I just don't see anybody better than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now.
For me and you not to talk about this stuff, and we pretty much close on the same wavelength is crazy.
Yeah, I like your 4. I would have put Ja. I would have taken Luka because listen, I know.
See,
I understand. I understand why. No, but I just feel just the transformation Luka's made, right? And if he can stay healthy, I'm not gonna say he's gonna play defense because we know Luka's not gonna play defense.
It'll be a compliment if we say defense is optional with him.
So my top 5 coming in number 5, Ant-Man. Pretty much everything Coach John said, I agree with.
But yeah, cold player, but Anthony Edwards, cold. Whoo! He's to me, he's the most exciting player in the NBA right now.
He's in the battle for being my favorite player in this current generation.
Yeah,
but he's just number 2 right now. Mm-hmm. Coming in number 4 is Luka Doncic. I mean, come on, Luka. It's go time. We seen what you did in Dallas. Now you had a full off season with the Lakers.
And that old man.
If you can do what you did in Dallas with the Lakers, as long as you got LeBron James still with you.
And that old man, yeah.
You still got defensive prowess in Vanderbilt. You still got Archie Moore. You still got Austin Reeves. For the Lakers to trade you for Anthony Davis, you are the key to the Lakers getting back to prominence.
And don't forget, they got Bronny.
I'm waiting on Bronny. I'm giving Bronny time to.
Before you get to the pawn of LeBron, I would pick Luka in the top 5. The problem, and I agree with you, Wise. He's dedicated. He lost a lot of weight. Unfortunately, he did not lose the weight he should have, which is 6'8" and 260 pounds. If he lost that, then I guarantee you he would be one of the top 5 players in the NBA.
So you're saying because of their king,
yeah. Because of their king, right?
Yeah, they because he needs the ball in his hands. So that means Luka won't have it in his hands. So
correct. That's the only reason why I didn't put Luka in the top 5 for that. But I agree with you though. Dude is talented. I agree with you that.
Number 3 is my current favorite player of this generation. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak. Let's face it, Milwaukee. You go as far as Giannis can take you.
And unfortunately, Giannis, they ain't going pretty far. Not this year.
And listen, and now with all the distraction with the fact that we know where Giannis wants to go play at. We don't want him.
Yeah, I'm about to say you want to play in New York. Yeah.
We don't want him. Let me correct myself.
No, they will take him.
We will take him.
I just don't want to lose the assets to get him.
Yeah, that's what they don't want to do. Right.
Yes, I don't want another Carmelo situation.
Oh, you get great talent, but you lose better talent.
Where we just.
I know you gain a great star, but you lose the core of your team.
Yes, mm-hmm. You lose the Gallo and you lose all these other pieces that was that. I ain't gonna lie, I love Melo. I ain't gonna lie.
Melo's cool. Melo was the man.
Number 2, Joker. I mean, no, 2 and 1 is you can't even argue 2 and 1.
No, you can't. No, can't. They're
one A and B. Actually, they could be 1A and B.
Because to me, in different ways, to me, they're the two most fundamentally sound players you got in the game, along with the two best players in the game to boot.
And you know what? The Clippers should be like whoever made that trade.
The fact that I forgot SGA actually was a Clipper. That is hilarious.
They should just
that is hilarious.
Fire everybody.
No, not only that. Not only
Sam Presti fleeced them. That's beautiful.
And not only that,
they should press
the reason why the Thunder is built the way they're built is because of that trade.
They should press grand larceny charges. Definitely.
Sam Presti fleeced that team.
Grand larceny.
That man ended up getting SGA, and then he turned on draft picks into Jalen Williams.
It was like a carjacking in the hood. Like
this
carjacking in the hood.
Bring your right now. Like that's how it look. That's how it is. Like right, because now you no longer have Paul George. He's
saying that's the Joel Embiid.
He's in the emergency room we call Philly. And then what else? Like nothing else. So you can see why the Clippers will always be the second best team in LA. The same way I love my borough, but same reason the Brooklyn Nets will be the second best team in New York.
So those are our top 5 NBA teams and NBA players. Opening week for the NBA tips off tomorrow. We'll get into tomorrow's games with Rockets and Thunder, Golden State and Lakers in a minute. But Wednesday, ESPN, they kick off their NBA season with the Cavs visiting the Knicks at the Garden, followed by the Spurs visiting Coast's favorite city, Dallas, to take on the Mavericks.
Oh, that's right. I love Dallas.
The ESPN GOAT comes back Thursday, OKC and Indianapolis for an NBA Finals rematch, which is quite interesting that they're doing it this quickly. And then the Nuggets in Golden State to take on the Warriors. And then Friday, Prime makes their NBA debut when the Boston Celtics visit the Garden to take on the Nets. And the Timberwolves, led by Ant-Man, visit Luka and LeBron and the Lakers. Outside of tomorrow, because we'll get to those, Mr. Wise at Hefe, I'm pretty sure you're looking forward to Cavs and Knicks or Boston.
Yes, I am. Wednesday, yes.
Boston.
You just had to go that, didn't you?
That's right.
I'm not even worried about the Boston game. I'm focused on game 1. I'm going one game at a time. Eventually, when I get to that Friday game, you might see something come out of the works on TikTok or IG Live prior to the game, and depending on the results of the game, you might see something else.
Mr. Johnson, outside of tomorrow, which games you looking forward to open up the week for the NBA?
Let me see. Actually, I'm looking forward to see how the Nuggets and Warriors match up. I want to see if the Warriors can hang with the big boys, literally. And I also want to see how the Lakers are going to be without the King, since he ain't supposed to play.
So that's opening week. Key dates. Oh, well, here's your watch guide. So those of you who need a reminder, Sunday, you got ABC, NBC, Peacock. Peacock on Monday, NBC, Peacock Tuesday, ESPN Wednesday, Prime Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then ESPN Friday and Saturday. Key dates. There you go. The lovely NBA Cup will be featured on all the streaming platforms. Christmas Day is all Disney. Martin Luther King Day is all NBC. Hey, Coach Johnson, they loved you so much, they even came up with a Rivals Week for you.
Oh, you mean Adam Silver Stop drinking the Kool-Aid, son. This isn't the NCAA. Because I guarantee we'll see a BS rivalry game such as, I don't know, the Heat and the Thunder, and that's called a rivalry game. Get out of here.
Is that is that really on the schedule?
No,
I don't know. I got to check the schedule on that one. But
no, but they would pull some ridiculousness like that.
That's funny.
Or they're probably if it's a week, we'll see both the Lakers Celtics games that week.
All-Star Week will be featured on NBC, Peacock, and ESPN.
Rivals Week. That's as bad as the NBA Cup.
I'm gonna tell you.
Hey, listen, I tell you how I felt about the NBA Cup.
Oh, trust me, nobody likes the NBA Cup.
I only care if the Knicks, if they win it, then if they don't win it, I care less about the NBA Cup.
The play-in tournament will be featured on Amazon Prime, and of course, the playoffs will be on all the platforms, and then of course, the NBA finals will be still be continued on ABC.
I do got a question though.
Mm-hmm.
For the All-Star Weekend, did they switch the format?
Last time I checked, they did. It's supposed to be World versus United States.
That's the new format, right? That's the new format.
So.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Just want to make sure.
But I'll make sure I do my research to get you the correct answer. But I do believe that's where they are going.
Yeah, they saw the success of the NHL's All-Star Weekend and figured, I think we're probably going to go that route.
Now that brings us to tomorrow. Opening night. The NBA is back on NBC. Game 1 will feature the defending champions celebrating a banner in Oklahoma City with Kevin Durant coming into town with the hot Rockets 7:30. Following that, 10 p.m. Tuesday, here we go. It's the Warriors and the Lakers from Crypto.com Center. First on the docket, Rockets, Thunder. These are your numbers. OKC 6.5 point favorites. It's going to be an interesting game. Mr. Johnson, you are opening up the season. And you have to watch SGA and the Oklahoma City Thunder raise that banner up. What you looking forward to the opening game of the season?
I want to see if the Rockets can defensively hang with the Thunder. I'm not worried about them offensively hanging with them from the standpoint of I really don't think when the Thunder are on offensively, no team can hang with them. So can they slow that juggernaut down? And obviously the link that you just announced earlier in the episode, and that definitely was where the Rockets were going. They want that link to slow down this wiry, athletic, energetic team that on a turn of a dime can shut you down for a quarter.
Wise opening game of the season is in OKC.
Oh man, I'm excited for the game, but I just feel like until somebody dethrones the champs, I'm going with the champs. I just feel, first of all, you got a coming back with the same nucleus, and now you're another year together. That none of these players have hit their prime. Like SG hasn't hit his prime. He's doing this. He's not even at his prime yet. I still think there's things that in his game that can be taken to another level. So imagine if now with another year under his belt, this team, another off season together, preseason. Like, I got high expectations. And the Rockets, I just feel the Rockets, Yes, you get KD, but what KD are you getting? Are you getting the KD the last few years in Phoenix and Brooklyn? Or like Cole mentioned earlier, are you getting the KD from Golden State? Because if you're getting that KD, then yes, the trade was worth it. But if you're getting the KD that's been around the last few years, you traded away a young stud because you wanted to win a championship now.
So Cole, this played part into my picking the Rockets second on my team because I was like, you know what, right out the gate, Houston, your first game is right against the champs, so you get to see out the gate where you match up at, and then you have 81 games to prepare to get yourself ready for the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I think it was a perfect storm for Houston.
Actually, this is the perfect opponent for the Rockets. This is the perfect first opponent for them. I agree with you on that.
So you get to see,
this will be a litmus test,
homework.
and then they can adjust, right? And then they can adjust from October 22nd all the way to mid-April. I agree with you.
So I want to see how this team stacks up. Yeah, if OKC should win, no doubt. But we also seen how championship night can work against the team that won the championship.
Yeah, normally people say teams have letdowns because they figure how we rolled last year is the same as how we rolled this year, but they forget one big time factor. These other 29 teams are going to look at you as that litmus test, and they're going to play you as if it is their game 7 of the NBA Finals every single game.
So that's the first game. The second game, Warriors Lakers down in LA. Why is I'm gonna give you this first? Because I got a feeling where our good buddies finna have fun at. So I'm gonna go to you, Wise.
Oh man, I don't. This is another. Oh man, this is just you have an Asian dynasty in Golden State, and the Lakers trying to find the identity with Luka supposedly being the key figure. But my question is, do they have enough to support Luka and everything they're doing? I don't know. It's like I said, Golden State is another year older. You still roll up. You didn't really do anything to really. Yes, you added Jimmy Butler last year, but it's another year of Jimmy getting older. You didn't do anything to get younger. You didn't. Yeah, sorry, you got Kuminga, but now you don't really have that core to me anymore.
All right, so
I really don't. I don't know. None of these two teams impress me, but I'm gonna go with the Lakers at home. I just think Luka's gonna just show out his first game.
All right, so Golden State, you got a full offseason with Jimmy Butler because you traded him at the trade deadline. So you got a full offseason with Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry, Draymond Green. You finally got over this Jonathan Kuminga situation, and he's locked in. He's focused on the season. You drafted another champion to your squad in Will Richards from Florida. You still have Jackson Davis from Indiana, who you drafted 2 years ago. You have a good mixture of young and old pieces. Question is, Steve Kerr, how are you going to employ your lineups? Because you have this problem with Kuminga and other young players that you don't play them, and we be sitting here like, why are you not playing these players? When we know when they step on the court, they can hoop.
But it's like, all right, so we all know who built the foundation of the Golden State Warriors. We all know it was Mark Jackson and what he did, right?
Yeah.
And he took those young boys and started building them up to the men that Steve Kerr inherited.
Mm-hmm.
So we really haven't had to see Steve Kerr go and develop young players because the players that he inherited were already becoming what they were becoming.
And the nucleus was in their prime by the
Yes.
time he took over. Yeah.
Yeah. So now you get to see now how he fumbled Andrew Wiggins, how he's fumbling Kuminga, how it's just all these different.
How he fumbled Jordan Love. I mean, not Jordan Love, but
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole.
Yeah. So yeah.
And then on the Lakers side, even though you don't have LeBron James, I will let my co-host get into that. Luka, like I said, you have a full offseason with the Lakers. You still got the rest of the nucleus core with you. All eyes are on Luka. This is your time to show the Laker Nation, what the future could entail for the Los Angeles Lakers. Because I can tell you this right now, and sorry, Cole, if I'm stealing this from you. Knowing Laker Nation like I do, they are ready for a certain player to go ahead and just go on about his business.
Mm-hmm.
They ready for him to go about his business right about now.
Mm-hmm.
So, Luka, this is your season, and what a great way to start it with one of the biggest rivals in recent years in the Golden State Warriors. Cole Johnson, you getting the full screen because I know what you're gonna do.
Hit me with the flagrant foul.
Oh boy.
This goes to the pimp of the NBA. Look, LeBron, I get that you know how to market yourself wonderfully. You market yourself beautifully. You put yourself out there, and I mean, you could basically say your crap is made out of gold, and you'll have these chumps buy it. So it was interesting that when your second decision announcement was circulated, I received a Facebook IM from Snowman, who he said, "So long, LeBron, and don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you." Now I sat back on that because I was like, this ain't no retirement thing, because this is not how he would roll. He would be like Kareem. He would actually announce that he's going to retire at another time period, and he would say, "I want to have a full season where I do a victory lap all throughout the season." Since we were close to the season beginning and tipping off, I knew that wasn't going to happen. So I was like, what other shenanigans was he going to have? And then we get the utter blasphemy. The second decision was a publicity stunt because you are buddy or butthole to butthole with Shannon Sharp, because you see this dummy acting like he is some nigger on the street corner with a do-rag and Swisher Sweets in his mouth, going hen, and you now want to market to niggers with being a Hennessy spokesperson. The only liquor I've ever seen you drink is wine. I've never seen you dip in anything Hennessy. But hey, look, you're an old man now. I understand. You probably do dip into Hennessy now, but this is ridiculous, because now I think we're starting to see people really tiring of you, and it's not even bronzosexuals that or why people are sick of you. It is they're sick of you and your own act. This is getting tired. This is getting ridiculous. This is getting old. And you want to know why I did a "we need to see it" campaign? Because we needed to see you gone from the NBA now. But we're not seeing that. We're seeing you market products that we don't need. Hennessy? Really? Really? So we should flock Hennessy. We should just tip our cups, throw through ice cubes in a small glass, and just tip the brown liquor. That's what we should do it. I'm surprised it wasn't Crown Royal, considering you're supposed to be the king, right? So I guess Rich Paul messed you up, or Maverick Carter, whoever is representing your son, because that would have been where you should have gone. Crown Royal, not Hennessy. But I forgot. You wanted to be with a man who seems to want to throw his money away and life away by screwing 18, probably 17-year-old snow bunnies. Well, have luck with that, because I hope Savannah's going to be happy when you do retire, because when we find out that you are another Shannon Sharp, I ain't going to be surprised. Your second decision. I hope your third is you don't even show your face on anything when you retire. That's what I hope the third decision is. Because this second decision, whack. And so is the rest of your game. You may be one of the greatest of all time, but good Lord, you make it so difficult for people to really want to sing your praises. I just don't want to see another bronzosexual drop his pants, or have a bronzosexual drop to his knees and drop your pants and want to act as though your joystick is a mic. We've seen that 22 years. Now we're about to see it a 23rd, and it's getting old. But then again, you would think those fools would suffer from a lockjaw. That ain't happening. Goodness gracious. Stop pimping stuff we don't need, son. That's it. Goodness.
Oh man, I miss you roasting the cat.
Thank you, Wise.
What?
But honestly, I didn't know that was. I really didn't know what the second decision was. I didn't know it was a.
Didn't nobody know?
Yes,
that was the thing.
Yeah. It was a marketing. It was all a marketing ploy.
I didn't even know he had it. I have not been focusing on sports really like that. I've been focusing on other things, but yeah.
All right. Before we get out of here, let's get everything back right. Tomorrow, if you can't watch the games live on Peacock on NBC, Snowman got you covered, as he'll be doing his alternate play-by-play call for both games tomorrow night. So if you're working or doing other things that keep you away from TV, put Snowman in your ear, and you have all the action you need right in your ear. Thank you, Coach John, because I did not expect a flagrant foul to come out the gate too.
Good. I'll add this. Look, bronzosexuals, we don't want you to have gag reflex again. You could be saved. Get up off your knees, look at that fool, and say you don't want him no more. Lord.
I think that's going to conclude the debut episode of season 4 of Streaming Lights Out. Shout out to the big brother Wise at Hefe joining us to talk NBA.
Good to see you again, Wise.
I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Anytime.
And thank you for the Real Wise Radio.
Yeah, I miss sharing the platform with you, bro.
We're on Real Wise. We're switching up. We're strictly now going to just shows. No more music. It's just gonna be. I just want to build a platform where people like yourself and other creators, they can have a platform to send their audience if they just want to. It's just a different platform, and again, I just allow content creators to be themselves. So yeah, definitely.
Thank you for that, Coach Johnson. I guess he's already off to a fiery start, throwing out the first flagrant foul of the year.
That's right. Yeah, and look, I miss you, Wise. It's just It's just magic when we're together, bro. And I'm serious. I'm gonna have to dust off the Vitality stage. We may have to do something later this week.
And as we continue on, y'all be prepared. In 2 weeks, the college basketball season will start, and then that's when you will get some of the key non-conference games from that I'm looking forward to, and Coach Johnson's looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
But for right now, enjoy opening week for the NBA. Wise is looking forward to seeing can the Knicks take the throne of the East.
Yeah, which they should.
Coach Johnson's looking for improvement from the Houston Rockets from what was a surprising season last year.
Yeah, at least advance around in the playoffs.
And I'm looking forward to my Magic, seeing how all the new pieces come together for this season where the East is up for grabs.
I'm liking your Magic, bro.
You can catch me and Kuma. Well, I take that back. You can't catch me and Kuma Kane because Ku is out sick, so will be no Monarchs today.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, no Monarchs today?
No Monarchs today.
So he caught a hurricane flu?
No, actually, he's really sick.
Oh, okay.
He's really sick. Like,
well, I hope on a serious tip. I hope you're feeling better. Cool.
Get well soon, brother. Man, get well.
So no mentality this week. Hopefully we'll be back next week. Wednesday,
listen, we haven't had mentality for quite some time.
No Monarchs of wrestling.
Monarchs of wrestling and no Monarchs wrestling tonight.
Hey, at some point, he gonna have no choice but to do mentality at this point now. After this show,
I've been patient.
Not you. I'm talking about Cole. He had no choice at this point.
You ain't.
I've been patient. I had to my patience got thin, and I just had to let some shots out.
Thin my behind. Your patience was gone. Well, you taking hard shots at me too. That hurt, man.
Me and Coach Johnson will be back Wednesday for Bearing Down the Gridiron, which it should be a very interesting show.
Your patience then lying to the people. Look at you, bro.
Yeah, Bearing Down the Gridiron. That's the college football. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we got coaches fired.
Yeah, the one you declining playmaker about.
Oh yeah,
we got coaches fired. We got top 10 teams losing unspeakably to unranked teams. So yeah,
Florida State needs to fire this. They're waiting to the end of the season. But I'm telling you right now, he's getting fired.
How they could put up a GoFundMe for Willie Taggart, but they don't even say jack about Mike Novell acted a butt and doing some crazy crap and losing 4 straight. Yeah, I find that to be ridiculous.
Oh yeah, Wednesday's gonna be fun. I don't know. It's like every week it gets more fun in front of us. The heck, let this keep coming to us. It's like, okay, this is what we got.
And now the patient Wiser Lefe is calling me out saying that we have to do mentality again. He had to lie and say he's being patient.
I have been.
I know. I'm talking about today.
No, not today. No, today, no patience whatsoever. But hey, I have been in the past.
You have been.
So,
I've been, and listen, nothing against you, Playmaker, but there's other shows that he did.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Trust me, I know.
So I let it go. I ain't saying that. I was just like, all right.
And he's doing interviews. He interviewing people. He's interviewing with other people.
I don't hit. Mentality is open, so it's not me.
No, I don't hit you below the belt when you do your stuff with your yoy. I don't hit you below the belt when you do your stuff with Poppy. I'm like, cool.
Me and Poppy haven't done anything in a while either. He's another one. But, so yeah.
In other words,
you're getting your James Lipton on. I'm like, that's my boy. That's my ace.
In other words,
but I'm getting clapped back on one of my platforms. That's just ice cold.
In other words, he's saying he need his platform so he can let loose.
Oh,
On
he's
people who deserve it.
No. He let loose on me without the platform.
It's only
You're not the one that deserve it. He has issues.
There are. Listen, people can't commute it. Like these are things that need to be talked on. Like,
yeah, that's true. It's true. You're right.
You got Stephen A. Smith
talking mad noise about Jasmine Crockett.
Talking noise to. If I had a female crush, it would be Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah, I would have told you that.
And for him to just come out like, my man, just like you're the reason Molly quit.
Oh no! Oh yeah, okay. Well, all right. We're recording. I'm gonna say this right now. We are actually recording, so this is going.
I think you just got four topics. Fast.
We are doing a mentality episode this week. Yes, sir. Just on the strength of Stephen A. Smith clapping on Jasmine Crockett, and the fact that that dummy on Fearless decided to actually, with every power that he may have, trying to ban Bad Bunny from being a Super Bowl halftime act.
When I heard that, I was laughing inside.
I got to do a mentality episode. I gotta bring back mentality just for those two topics alone.
I actually want to thank him for that. Like that laugh was like, it's one of those laughs where you hear something and you're like, oh man, that's the funniest thing I ever heard in my life. Like,
yes,
it was one of those laughs. Like, I read that and I'm like you said, like, what family? Like, I just thought it was like, oh, man, what power you have? Like, you're an employee. You don't have your own network. You on a network.
That's why I laugh when you say trigger words. I'm like, he gives you gold to just cook them. Like trigger words. I'm like, you cook his behind when you see his name, and he does some ridiculous stuff.
Yeah, that's why, because he says ridiculous stuff.
So there you go. Thanks to Shooting Lights Out, you're gonna get a mentality episode.
Oh
yes.
Well, next week I'm gonna stop by Shooting Lights Out and let y'all know if we did a mentality episode.
Oh, let's go. So you're gonna be my so not only you gonna call me out, you're gonna be my accountability partner too.
So tune in next week to Shooting Lights Out. What is it? Mondays at what time?
3:30.
Oh,
that 3:30.
That's just cold.
Tune in to Shooting Lights Out and see if we got that mentality episode, people.
Wow. So not only does he call me out on this show, he says he's going to be my accountability partner and say the next week to see if we actually do the show.
I'm getting people to come back to tune into the show. Come back, check out Shooting Lights Out, and you're also going to see if we had a mentality episode. That's all.
I'm with it.
Man, please. You're not doing it for that. Man, please. You're not doing it for that reason.
So come back for episode 2 of season 4, Shooting Lights Out, with Playmaker, Cole Johnson, and special guest Wise for a little second, because hopefully I'm doing a show next week. We won't have a cancellation, but I'll stop by and let y'all know.
And that's it for the debut episode of Shooting Lights Out. Your weekly deep shot into hoops culture. For Wise A. Hilsey, for Cole Johnson, I am the Playmaker, Darnell Silence.
This is what you get, Wise. There you go.
We out of here, and no, he does not love Dallas.
Pull the.
You've done good. You've done great. But you can't stop here. You can't stop now. You gotta keep going. Through all your trials and your tribulations, you gotta keep pushing. Now, finish your canvas.
Yeah, gotta get it out the mud, that's the only way to win. Who am I to point the finger like I never ever seen? Been through the ups and downs like the letter N. They don't let you through the door, better kick that bitch again. Cause that's the only way to win. That's the only way to go. Gotta get it out the mud, gotta get it out the flow. Cause that's the only way to go. Let's go.